On March 11th, 2019, Path of Exile announced a new stash tab to be added, the Unique tab. This allows you to store and showcase one copy of every unique in-game. When I read that, I knew what I had to do. I've set off to obtain every unique in-game in the solo self-found game mode, filling the Unique stash tab completely. This shit will take a long ass time and won't be easy, but I'm always down for a grind. I'm Mathew Lighty, and this is All for One. Hey guys, Mathew Lighty here. Welcome to episode 168 of All for One, the quest for unique completion. In this episode, we're going to go over every single one of our characters, their names, what they're doing, what they're up to, and why they're doing what they're doing and what their future holds. So it's going to be a breakdown of all that at the end of the episode, and until then, it's just going to be a bunch of clips and goodies and new stuff and new uniques and great things to be had. But first, Ice-T Aesthetics, the home of all things Lighty, sponsoring the channel, the series, and all the goodies that I put out. They recently just had a new drop for, where is it? It's somewhere here. Neon Genesis Evangelion. They've got the coolest designs. Just really fucking sick shit. I love it. I think the white looks crisper than the black, maybe. I don't know. Hard to say. Great quality products, great prices, shipping globally. Using the promo code Lighty for discounts. Lighty 10, Lighty 20, Lighty 69 to have a special time with me. Purchasing things does support me directly, especially when you use the promo codes. I know I've been told not to say it, but if you purchase the shirt, you do get the women. They do come with the shirt. Legal has informed me to retract that statement. Anyway, Ice-T Aesthetics, support it, support me. Check out the cool new drops, new things weekly, monthly, discounts all the time, promo codes out the ass. Okay, nothing else to talk about. Back to the episode. Enjoy. I'll see you at the end for a little talk, and yeah, a lot of fun stuff.
Why don't you... Oh, because you probably already ran it with Maven, right?
Oh, they've been witnessed. I've done about 20 stones, and I've not gotten a hit in the drop.
Fuck.
And working on the railroad.
It does look really funny.
Slap, 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 slap.
The twin hand slap, too.
Slap, 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 slap.
So is this the first league where you've hidden uniques?
Yeah. Just kind of have to.
Yeah, 100%.
You're doing what I was doing. Scratch my eye. It's not fair. Making the long walk.
The long walk. Oh, dang.
Come on, hidden. Fucking yay. I can finish my Atlas. Alright. Mission success. Atlas complete. Oh my god. That took so long, this league. All because of the hidden wouldn't drop and augment distant wouldn't drop. But there's my invitations done. My favorite's done at 115. Well, with our Atlas finally complete, I could take some time here and swap back to our magic finding Atlas, which is what we did for the Bog strategy last league. It just augmented to add Abyss this league because of how it interacts with the league mechanic. It's particularly juicy. And I could just kind of stay here for the rest of the league now. God bless, doing magic finding and heist. I was waiting to get it. It's the only one I didn't get of the shit T0s. I've gotten them all now. I've gotten every single shit T0. But I'm just missing Headhunter, Mageblood, and Calandras. And Rakiatus. Two of which I've never gotten. I love spending, last stream or the one before that? We hopped in standard for a unique dedication, and I tossed 30 divines on Shakos just for fun. That's some of the most fun stuff in SSF, because I'll probably end up getting 10 or 15, maybe even 20 divines today, pure. I'll probably spend at least half of them on Replica Dragon Fangs, just honestly, because it's just I want to level so many fun builds this league, and if I were to get something Stone Golem or Carrion Golem, I would for sure make a build with that, because Squire for Golem is actually really strong, with an Elder Shaper sword. I might do something like that. Well, so when you get enough charms, and then the Spire's empowered, he has 90% DR, so they're actually quite tanky, but if you have, that's what kind of I was talking about. You can invest in a map a lot, and then you just don't get wisps, so the rares don't get juiced, Spire doesn't get juiced, things like that, and then it just keels over and nothing really drops anything. That's why it's not a guaranteed anything this league when you're MFing. It's just you put in, I put in all my scarabs, I put in my juiced map, right? I put in all the bells and whistles, and I still could just get 1,000 blue, which does nothing for the map as far as what, you know. So that just happens. Like that's just a possibility.
Makes me want to throw up a little bit, actually.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Perfect. I feel like a toddler grabbing at the teat of my mother when I'm too old. Like, why is the spire not producing? It's about to be. I was promised milk.
Milky.
Mother, milk me.
You just keep slapping it. Just keep slapping it, expecting something to come out.
The tits dried up.
It's not
Oh,
loading
it got
any
tagged.
explosion. That's weird.
Oh, it is surrounded. The caterpillar has surrounded the shaft. I repeat. You'll see it on stream, but it's like a fucking smiley face.
Let's go.
Oh, God. There must be 60 rares over there. Can't stop the prolif, but if it's gonna prolif, at least it happens after, like,
Please don't
a
stop
thing
the
like that.
pro live.
Not dedicated, and it's in the stash. Alright, Auntie. you get it. Auntie Maker. There you go. No one got Mage Blood. Mage Blood, right in my veins. And because you put Mage Blood in the request, I'm leaving it in there in the copy-paste things. So it just says Mage Blood dash Mage Blood. Okay, that's fine. That's what you get. That's what you deserve. Unless there's 2 Abyss in that bottom section, I may have gotten fucked yet again. There is. Okay, there could be a 3rd technically. Well, that's... Oh, there is a 3rd. See, Iceberg has never failed. Oh, Iceberg has not failed me yet. As far as, like, losing spawns. Cemetery is, like, 1 in, like, 5 cemeteries, 8 a spawn from something. It's just because I think Iceberg is so much more open of a map. We got the map is great. We got the juice is great. Now, will we actually get... We got the Delirium. Show me 0 purple wisps. As God intended. Show me literally 0 wisps. A little bit of yellow. I'll take 0 wisp for 800, Alex. You know, just do my thing. Night, buddy. So that's what I was hoping for from the yellow quant when I was saying probably won't get a unique, but we'll get something good. That's like the good. That right there, that means I'm set for the next 50 maps, pretty much. You know, which is what I want to see, baby. That's the joy of hitting high quant with you know, high yellow. Ooh, that might have gone the whole way. Yep, it did. Okay. I saw it as I hit it. I was like, that's going to travel. And Valorb. Whoa, that's the one I want, right? Yes, +2 duration. Nice. This costs a lot. Oh, I just did 4th socket. Oh, God. Come on, jewelers. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Perfect for Link, not socket. 5, 6. Now all the colors are fucked also. I have 1 tainted chrome and a dream. It did not yoink you sploink. 1 little tickle. Ooh, it's on a sliver. A little baby sliver of life. Holy hell. If I sneeze in its direction, it'll die. You were here yesterday when I got this Ventours. This one was pretty juicy. Probably the juiciest one I've gotten. Gentle touch. Ooh! Oh, it's still alive. God, the brass. It's on a sliver. It's on a sliver. So it's not just waiting for the spire. You have to do damage to the spire in 2 different intervals to get it to proc to spawn more mobs. If you don't do damage to the spire progressively, it won't keep spawning stuff. You get 3 waves of mobs, but it won't skip a step. So like if the spire spawns, spires are guaranteed doing this first off because of the gilded. But when a spire spawns and you do 1 damage to it, it'll do the first chunk of waves, right? And then if you were to blow past 75 and get it under 50, it'll do 2. So it won't you don't have to like worry about skipping a step. As long as your second salvo of attacks doesn't kill it. It'll just go to the next 2. And then that's when you get the you know, the beautiful caterpillar to spawn around it. The glorious caterpillar of little abyss nuggets. I don't think I would do the compass, and the reason is because I really feel like a lot of maps have a really high proclivity to neg you on an abyss. Like, the game really punishes you when you try to go past 4 abyss, and depending on the map layout, if something else spawns, it'll just gobble up your 5th abyss. That's why I'm doing Iceberg. I found it to be the best for open areas, not losing abyss. But like a lot of the popularized maps this league, like Cemetery, they seem to have a really high chance when you get to the 3-4 abyss mark to just eat an abyss. Like, whether you like it or not, it'll just gobble one up and you'll lose one. I've invested a winged and mapcraft, so I should have had 4 abyss pretty much, right? And I've only gotten 1. And that's happened a few times. But never on Iceberg. That's why I went to Iceberg. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? I want to... Looking at the heist stuff. Hey, that's a new one. That's something new. Please don't get 2 +1s in here. Okay, good. Sweet. Shatter shard secured. Let's put it on for fun. Trigger level 2, 20 shield shatter. That rolls. Kind of. This shield has upwards of 38% block. Wah. Oh, it looks... What the hell? Didn't, like, load in its assets initially. It's a lot round. This is the problem with their shields. Like, this doesn't look that round because it's 2x3 in here. And you put it on and it's perfectly round. Like, it looks like it's concave. Probably actually could use Strangle Grasp on this build.
You already have it anointed. No, that's
God,
not.
this guy's
Nope, it's the
moron.
other note. I forgot. It's on the attack.
Oh my
mastery.
God.
Tribal Fury
Absolute
is the,
moron.
melee splash.
He doesn't get any low main tonight. I can't believe him. I was going to get him low main. No low main tonight.
Aww.
Not a single nude for you. Not one noodle. You know, maybe I'll give you one of the ones, you know, when you get low main, you get that desiccated noodle that got stuck on the lid.
Like,
Oh, the little
Yeah.
like, crunchy.
one.
Yep,
Yeah.
you get one of. That's what you're going to get. That's all you get. Is a big old
it's like
bowl
a
of those.
It's like a teaser.
A whole bowl.
Yeah. A
I thought it
whole
was just
bowl.
one.
I'm going to start saving them up. Give me what I desire. Give me the staff. That's fine. My gloves. Okay. Start the day off right. Oh, okay. Look at that staff, boy. Yep. Oh, amulet. Nice. That is legally a +1. It's quite common though, I'm pretty sure. And there's also no rolls. So, not the most exciting drop, but, you know, I'll take it. What the 7th gate does. Sure, so 7th gate is only active if you have all the gateways active. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? All it does is it unlocks your crafting device to have every single league option in the game. You can put on anything regardless of what's happening. So you just get all the options in the crafting device. Ah, shit. I got the fucking bug. What? I got trapped by the fucking rares. I hate that so much. I'm coming, boys. Anyone can join the guild that just wants to message me. You'll get an invite. No pressure, no issues. Just DM me in game. Just say guild invite, and I'll just shoot it your way. Well, there's that delirium action speed slow that is no name or discernible prevention. It's funny, Manny was telling a story in the podcast yesterday about how he had that stacked with something else. I've had it happen to me one time, I get your action speed reduced below 100%, and you just become stationary. I think something has siphoning in there. Yeah, something's got siphoning. Oh, I held Alt. Oh, I wanted to check the tier. Oh, something has Siphon. Like, the only thing that I can't stop is Siphon. I don't think there's any way, as a Pathfinder, to prevent dying to Siphon. Like, it's just, well, if you kill it in time, that's how you prevent it. But, if, like, you don't, if it persists, I don't think there's any way to stop it. There's no, like, your flask can't be stolen mastery, I don't think. Or anything in the game that helps you with that. Yeah, you do one wing blueprints are way more economical for rogue markers. The average cost is obviously significantly lower the less wings you unveil. If you unveil no wings, then it doesn't cost any unveils, and the overall cost of running the blueprint goes to sub 1,000. So if you're in a league like this one, where when juicing maps you could drop 2, 3, 4, 5 blueprints, and you know, a couple thousand rogue markers, you're going to have more blueprints than rogue markers to run. So if you don't want to run actual contracts and you just want to blow through wings and rogue markers, you know, your blueprints, you just do this. So like, especially for like on standard, if I have 6,000 blueprints and, you know, only 100,000 rogue markers, well, if I were to fully unveil, that's going to be like 8 Grand Heists. But if I do them one wing, those 8 Grand Heists would have 4 wings, so it's 32, but I could do like 100 wings if I just do singular wing blueprints. Can't really even tell what's happening here. Okay, I don't know. This is bigger than normal, I would say, over here. Alright, finish this continent. Back to this pile. Okay, don't even... The problem is it's not showing it properly. So I'm in, like, the wrong... I'm just being sent around into different directions. See what pile of shit it has for me today. Okay, so it's just a fucking meme belt. Cool. I've opened probably like 50 Voidborns this league, and I've not gotten a single good anything, really. This might be my new juice record after I finish clearing the edges. I've gotten to 10,000 of a singular before. I've never gotten higher than like 15 for like total. Other games have something. I don't really want like an auto-looting pet. Like, I don't want it to loot for you, so I don't have to stop at all. That seems a bit uncool. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, a little bit cheaty maybe. But I do think it'd be fine if there was vacuum looting, which means like if I click an unmaking, every unmaking in radius also gets looted. That sort of thing seems fine to me. Yeah, what I'm really loving is the all the memes about Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island. That's been driving me nuts. Like, did you see he was in the flight log?
No.
So it's like some memes of like pictures of him in like in a Gundam suit, just like diddling kids. Like, just imagine him walking around like, "Where is the 5-year-old?
Bring them to me." Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
What was he doing there? Replica shit, mate. Replica shit. Replica shit. Replica shit. Replica trash. Oh my god, shit. Oh man. So close. A 14, 15, 15 Black Sun Crest. It's as close as I've ever gotten.
Oh, you don't have a fresh water source though, Bonky.
Sure I do. You can get water from anywhere.
Yeah, dog, we have flow.
Yeah, we got flowed.
Just lick the walls of your van.
Or just go to a park.
Man, the flu fucking sucks.
Where's my Legion?
The flu is
This
in
map sucks.
the outtake of your wood burning stove, or
Yeah.
As in the
Chim
sickness.
chimney,
before.
chim chimaroo.
Down with the sickness. Why my dog always be shaking?
I want to use divines on my
Little
blood
shaky
notch.
dog.
I want to do it.
Do it.
I did it once.
Right now.
Oh, it's exactly 60. Oh my
The
god.
caterpillar, oh, he's gone. Oh.
Perfect blood knot sheet.
Not
shit.
on stream. Fake.
No, I clipped it.
Oh, hi YouTube.
I'm in the Wildwood, and this is the first time I've ever seen a tainted divine teardrop. It's a divine orb, but for tears, which is why it's called teardrop. So it's the tear rolls, but like I've never seen one before in my fucking life. So very funny to see that thing. It's like, I mean, it must be so unconscionably rare, realistically, but. And I think it'll just probably rot in my stash forever. But there it is. Someone asked earlier when I was rolling jewels, I paused on something that wasn't highlighted, just like this. They're like, is that roll any good? And I was just drinking coffee. And he just was she's like, why are you pausing at this? I'm like, well,
Yeah, that's a good roll, right? Yeah.
I'm just checking my text messages, like 30,
He's good.
35.
Was right. Go on, roll. Roll for my enjoyment.
Dance, monkey, dance.
And if you enjoy this, I don't know. This is
No.
this is pretty
Content right
Now
now.
go on, roll it.
Keep going.
I'm
Show me
rolling.
what
done.
happens next.
Juicy.
You want me to Venmo you? You want me to Zell you?
I don't have your Indian giving methods.
Zeal.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I don't want to get a Venmo that just says, hi, yeah.
This is a picture of the red man
American
from Peter
spirits.
Pan.
Yeah, okay.
You chose a very different choice than I did, but also 10 out of 10.
Mhm. What is the baseball team name? That's like Redskins, but
Oh, the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
oh, I did it, John.
Did you do it? What'd you
I
do?
did.
You got the 3.
perfect
Oh,
3.
thank God, we're finally.
Hi, yeah. Spirits on high, protect me. Oh, my game lagged. Oh my god, I almost froze just from killing that fucking pack.
I get my colors confused easy.
Oh,
Don't tell people that at the hospital.
I get my colors confused easily.
Jesus, what did I come back to?
Nothing.
Casual racism? How about
I
you?
knew it.
Well, actually, she's working on it currently. We're trying to upgrade to professional racism.
Oh, good. Yeah, she's going from casual to ranked racism.
She's
The
getting
Olympics,
her
yeah.
MBA in racism.
Yeah, I'm
The,
not doing it professionally, so I can participate in the Olympics.
Yeah. But after watching the first week for playing Path, you might actually qualify for the Special Olympics, so fingers crossed.
Oh.
Yay.
You're on a unique learning curve.
Every day I come here, I am abused. Goodbye. Let's everyone say goodbye to the Guardian. I need more room
Bye,
for characters. Bye, Guardian. Bye.
He did.
Reaper, damn.
Lighty underscore.
Playing enough characters to have to delete them is actually ridiculous.
Yep.
Just in League. Meta shakeups, baby.
Oh, what's the joke here, Lighty?
Caught zipper.
Gonna get the character fucking deleted.
No, there's people that actually have like fucking
Yeah.
Slurs? Yeah.
yeah. Like
Epithet
I saw a guy that name was
slurs,
just
yeah.
Blacks No More one time. That
Yeah.
Fast was trading with.
Yikes.
I forget banned for cock cut and zipper. I'm done. Do him. That's your major. That's your main
no, I
mistake.
don't think I'm getting to either the purple or the red. I'm just kind of dying from something. I've been paying
Purple's hard to
attention.
see.
Oh,
There's a couple.
It's like
different attacks.
really wispy.
Yep.
okay.
It's
Well,
like if
that
you-
might
if
be it
you-
then.
If you see my screen with the breach shit, it's like that color purple, like barely.
Oh,
showing
that's
up.
gonna be hard to see.
This just lied to me this time. Oh, what the fuck? Am I straight getting memed
Oh,
on,
you're dead.
actually? Yeah, literally.
Yep.
Wow.
Literally. Switch characters. Go kill it on a different one.
It doesn't work anymore.
Ah, fuck.
They patched it?
It just hasn't been working. I don't know. I didn't see it in the patch notes.
What do you do?
It
If you
just
put a
keeps
portal
the-
down, you're supposed to be able to. Like you used to be able to.
used to
Come
be-
back in outside the fight. Scammed. You can still drop a portal and leave, right? Like, we're still at a
Yeah,
drop of. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can drop a portal and leave.
As long as you haven't been booted out of the place yet,
No, I haven't.
from my understanding.
Okay, I gotta watch this so I know how to do the
Oh,
fight.
I have
Just
no
kidding,
rings
you're
on.
gonna Kill it. Oh, I
That's
just
okay.
saw that.
I don't think it matters.
And if you're moving,
All right,
you're
wisps, don't fuck me.
fine. You follow the wisps wherever they show.
I see more wisps over there. Okay, but I can't go there. Oh, it's right here. That was really easy.
That was the easiest
Yeah.
fucking rune I've ever seen. So this one, he's gonna debuff you instantly. He's also gonna shoot purple shit out of the middle, and he's gonna shoot red shit out of the sides. Watch. Purple shit out the middle,
Oh
Very done.
wow.
red shit on the floor. So
Yeah, let
those
me
are
just
the
hope the
two
staff
things that will
drops.
kill you on this fight.
That's what fucking killed me. Okay.
Nope,
got
amulet.
it.
Sad. There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
that's it.
Okay.
Big
Dude,
white
look how
wisps
nugged
out.
in I am. I spawned here. I've never been this nugged in a spawn.
Fucking nugged in.
I'm nugged in. The best events are the ones where you kill the things.
Things. Yeah.
Oh, like a whole bunch of the mobs or whatever.
Like the triple winter guys or the purple
Oh yeah, or the yellow.
village.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
the ones
fake
around the little
communities.
bonfire or whatever. The
Mhm,
tree
yeah.
guys. I come out of that with fucking 3K or 3K yellow or whatever.
Yep. Those are the better ones to get.
I had a 6K yellow map earlier today. That was a lot. It was very
Curious if
tanky.
I'll, when I go back to MFing, oh, Nameless Seer. Oh boy.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
baby boy.
And he always
Get
sells
in.
it to you one if you didn't know.
Does he really?
That's how I bought my badge
Yep.
of the Brotherhood from him earlier.
Hoping for Defiance, that'd be the best case scenario. All right, so I figured I'd take a minute here. We're going to do a brief overview of all the builds I have this league, and I've deleted a couple that are not to really be mentioned. Well, we're going to talk about the ones I got still, talk about their names, and then briefly go over them. So, first off, we have Anita Max Win, who is my Spider Occultist. Spiders is a build that uses the Squire. It got doinked on after the loss to the alt quality gems. I don't really enjoy this build, and I think it's because defensively, to use Squire, you sacrifice a lot of defenses for offenses, and then to make up the defenses, you need kind of tremendous gear. Obviously, I could not use, Ventors, and I can use better rings defensively, but it's still kind of like mid-feeling. I'm just going to showcase in, like, the acts how the build functions, because its quality is moot since I don't have great gear. The way the build essentially operates is I'm using double curses with an occultist for explosions, and the gist of it is I use Divine Ire, right, to automatically channel, as cast when channeling, Desecrating, okay? And what that does is it automatically makes corpses and then kills things in the radius. The things I'm killing is when I push Shift 3 and I hit my flask, my worm flasks, it makes all the spiders. Now the spiders kind of act on their own as I walk around. They automatically kill things and they automatically refresh themselves because I'm using Gravebind. That's the TLDR of the build, is once you get going, the spiders will just kill things and then those kills are attributed to you. And if I'm using Corpse Walkers or I make corpses, then the spiders refresh themselves and make more spiders. It's capped at 20 spiders, and you'll walk around and it kind of automates. And it's cool in a low tier setting. It's kind of like an okay version of a Squire build, but not like the truest form. The truest form being a multiple link one-hand weapon type build, whether that be another summoner or any attacker caster build. But this is kind of how Spider works. So it was a fun foyer into learning about Squire a little bit. We're going to skip Viper Striker and do that last, because that's my main build of the league. We're going to go to Lighty_Caulk caught in zipper. It's when your cack gets caught in your zipper. This build is good. I like it a lot, actually. I think this was a really good candidate to also get to like 100. I'm just going to pop in a red map for this one because it can kind of handle it. We'll just like survey the Wildwood. Splitting Steel, utilizing fun weapon scaling from Dream Feather and Bell Timber Blade to give us multiple projectiles after they changed how Splitting Steel operates, and in conjunction with Fury Valve and returning projectiles, it has some great clear. It doesn't require targeting for single target. as a champion, you're scaling your defenses through the roof with determination, grace, and you're utilizing perseverance to give you a good amount of damage. You have a lot of top-end life, and the build at 82 is pretty decent. I currently have a singular inspired learning there. Pretty much no Wildwood integration currently, and the build feels really, really nice. So when you're walking around, this is what it looks like. You're basically just attacking and killing things in the area around you. It's piercing out. Some people like to use line eyes. I just wore rare gear for this one, but it's quite comfy of a build. You have immunity to most things, and you've capped mitigation in almost every single form. Spell suppression, resistances are all capped. Through Fortify, you have 90% Fizz mitigation and evasion. Your single target's okay. It's a bit weird conditionally because it depends on where the projectiles kind of hit with the splitting thing or the steel skill. This, I'm not sure if that would kill me. Bursts of it's a double troll. Bursts of big damage because you don't have a very low life pool, but I think you can get to probably 5k with insane gear. But yeah, chaos damage is fine unless once you're capped. I'm gonna try a tank to see what happens. Okay, it still kills me. It was a worthwhile test. But yeah, so the build's pretty comfy though overall. Again, my defenses are lacking a little bit, but your cap suppression, full ailment immunity, decent move speed because you have super speed from your perma onslaught that you invest into. Would recommend. I think it's better with a Nimbus if you were in trade, and if you had some nicer gear. But this guy's gear is pretty nice actually. I think it just needs levels and some better jewels. It's a bit stressed on resistance, honestly. I'm at barely capped res. But yeah, would recommend. Next is Flicker Damn Near, as in damn near destroyed her, damn near killed her, insert meme here. Slayer, that appears to be super slow. No shield on. I don't think it even matters what shield he's using. This Flicker we made based off of pulling a replica Feral's Fur. That's the main prerequisite to this version of Flicker stacking. This one gives you max amount of frenzy charges, which, because you're a Slayer, incorporates also to endurance charges. And because we have our cat set up in our helmet with a less duration, it's swapping forms faster than our charges run out, meaning we always maintain max charges. So we are at 100% uptime of frenzy and endurance charges, which actually leads us to having tremendous amounts of fizz mitigation despite having pretty low actual fizz. Now, Flicker Strike is kind of cancerous to play, and to make it much better, you would just need tremendous gear. But the build is quite funny. We're going to showcase this again just in the acts because, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's going to die. It dies very frequently without any issues. But as a Slayer, you basically flicker around like a crazy person. Tinctures are nice for shock. Probably use a freeze one realistically. It would be a little bit safer. And yeah, Headsman, Masterful Form, and Impact gives us some sweet sweet stuff happening here. It's a lot of fun, but it is definitely I would say more of a trade league project, unless you literally just got spooned a Frenzy Ring, a Calandra's Touch, and then a Frenzy Shield. But it's literally a right-click and go build. There's nothing really you have to do more than just tap right-click. You can hold right-click, and then you'll just keep going. But you have infinite charges, so you don't actually expend them really ever, since you're always at max. You're just living your best life flickering around. So, more of a pet project build that I think over the years I'll definitely acquire a Calandra's Touch. There's a good chance I'll acquire one this league. And then outside of that, if I just get one charge ring, then I'm good to go. Shields, if I ever get myself a +1 Frenzy Shield, that's something worth working towards. A lot of people get one from Perpedia, the synthesis map. I have a level 99, I think, duelist, so if I were to use that over an 82 one, yeah, it fills some of the gaps, but realistically, it's without the Frenzy charges, you could you could run Cluster, sure you could run Headhunter. You need the Frenzy charges to really end that top-end scaling. So once I get those, that's the dream, and you'd want to get an elevated glove that has Frenzy and an extra strike. Pretty cool build overall. Just definitely a pet project for the future, but we'll continue working on him over the ages as I get more stuff. Next is Lighty_Galt did Fort Hood. Galt is a prominent member of our community. Fort Hood is a tragic massacre. I believe it was a shooting that occurred in Texas. And I'm not saying he's directly responsible. Now, this build is a very elegant take on the current meta for Power Siphon. It is a Deadeye, but realistically, you'd rather play a Trickster unless you're doing a Mind version, so Trickster is definitely better. you do require, I say require, it's a soft requirement of Replica Hyres. The Replica Hyres does lightning to wands instead of cold to bows. That's the main difference. So I would need that, because you're using a 5-link with Thunder Fist to do most of your damage scaling. Regular Power Siphon now is hilarious. It auto-targets totally, so when you're walking around right-clicking, it automatically targets everything. You can use the Valve variation, although I don't think it's particularly good, to be honest. I think you'd rather just have a 21-20 or 21-23 or something. But yeah, Automated Sniper's Mark, Tailwinds, all the bells and whistles that Deadeye has is fun. I just think a lot of it is a bit superfluous, and this is why I'm going to die to Corrupting Blood. Unless I don't, but I probably will. Yeah, a lot of that's superfluous, and you definitely would rather play a Trickster with CI, I think, as better. You're doing, traditional charge stacking in the form of Relocation Patiences. As a Trickster, as CI, I think would be the play. But it's very funny just to play a Piscator's build with a Thunder Fist, and actually being, like, kind of soft best in slot. You'd definitely rather use a Rare Wand, but it's perfectly good for what it is. So, yeah, would recommend. Again, Fury Valve build. Fury Valve has been so good after they made it base game. Yeah, fun build. Would recommend. Need Hyres, need Trickster, but pretty good. Next we have Red Rope Gooping, which is a Scion. This build I really like, and I think is great as a starter. I don't think it's tremendous as an endgame build, and I think it would only really be prominent as an endgame build if you had like Strangle Gasp and sunk real currency into it. But this is basically corrupting blood off of the corrupting shout nonsense. So using Corrupting Cry with General's Cry, and you put it in a +2 Honor Home or a Maven Helmet, corrupted for additional gems just to give it more levels and a 4-link. And you're using the new Exsanguinate of Transmission, which is the 22 chain meme. So this thing is a lot of fun. The basic build is actually quite comfy. You just walk around left-clicking. You can see the Corrupting Fever. Pretty big AoE. Will kill most things. So I'm in a tier 16. Yes, it's a white map. Yes, these are white mobs. But just to showcase, I'm just going to walk for a little bit here. You can see the damage it's putting out. So now imagine this with explosions, and imagine this with explosions and a higher level, life on kill, higher level Corrupting Fever, or higher level gems, etc. You can kind of see how like even just walking is pretty hot. The Exsanguinate itself, chaining 20-something times, very fun. It just goes. It's kind of good for single target, but really just for additional clear. The build is mediocre single target. It's cool. It still very much feels like an Exsanguinate build, but for a alternative version of not quite a bleed, but just a build that is doing Fizz Dot, I think it's tremendous. So Scion, because it gets the best of both worlds from Gladiator and from either Raider or Pathfinder. So it has really good tree positioning as well because it's a Scion. And it just has a lot of comfy things. Like, you could build it very tanky, you could build it very comfy. You end up with, if you want to, like I said, cap suppression, ailment immunity, great defenses, good movement speed. You could build it as chunky or as comfy as you want, and it just feels nice. You're definitely going to want to get clusters. But it's a comfy build. It travels the tree, which means it doesn't have to deal with stats as much. You have good reach for skills, good reach for auras. It feels fun. I am actually using Purity of Elements, Sword Banner, Pride, Determination, Vitality on life. You could easily run an All's Amulet if you wanted to get an extra aura in. Throw in Grace, throw in something like that for free. Malevolence, I'm not running Malevolence. You could do a Blessing for Malevolence. But chunky build, very comfy. I've got shit gear, and it feels good. It could do T16s no problem. If you League Star this, or if it doesn't get touched, definitely would recommend as a League Starter the Exsanguinate of Transmission, plus the Corrupting Cry. It would get you pretty far. The next one is Sam Solik's Left Nut. It's just, he's the Cleave of Rage build, which hasn't really seen any more gear because I haven't really gotten anything worth upgrading. I have not hit a Paradoxica. I have not hit I've made a Psychotic X. There it is. You'd have to toss on Contempts on it pretty much big time for it to be worth anything. Aside from that, you could toss on Jaggeds, or you could run, I wouldn't recommend it this league, but to try to craft a Psychotic X, you could toss on Fizz Rolls, which is Yellow Juice. You're not going to hit something tremendous, I don't think, on average. It's really, really difficult to craft with Harvest Juice like this. But yeah, otherwise you're just best off alterationing, try to do that, or, really Contempt slamming into a Fracture or something like that. But making a big Psychotic Axe would replace that. Aside from that, just looking for better rare gear for a lot of it. And then the Bear Belt, which I've never gotten. Don't have a Bear Belt still, so that is a bummer. Next we have Simon Adebisi, who is the one of the main antagonists in the HBO show Oz. He was this Nigerian gangster, basically, who lived in the prison and poisoned and attacked people. But he is my Penance Brand character. Penance Brand of the juice, the dissipation. Very, very good for single target. Mediocre clear, but insane single target. So that's where he lies. I basically use him just to kill the king in the mist whenever I get him. And then I do other activities on him. But it's mostly just King of the Mist. He just lives life there, and he just gets me whatever King of the Mist stuff I get. I guess it's a good time to mention these are the King of the Mist things I've gotten. I got the amulet, many body armors, which I think I was putting in this tab because I was valuing them. Could toss one in the stash just for perpetuity. And then we have the jewels, which I keep getting, which are good. So, yeah, killed the king like 15, 20 times now. So, it's been going fine. I also got a couple new uniques here from new replicas. These are common ones, though, so I'm not really like whatever, but yeah, the Penance Brand character is basically just existing to do single target damage. Probably just going to make him ZHP eventually. I don't think I'm going to touch the character because I don't really like Penance Brand for mapping, so I think he's just going to be trapped at 95. And then finally we have Lighty _ Yodi Gang Yup, which is a reference to Fulcrum, who is a strange man who gets high in public, because it's my Fulcrum build. I made this character because Fulcrum is a very popular build that I played last league in that season for the Hero to Zero miniseries, so I'm very well aware of how the build works. It's become very popular again this league because of magic finding, and it hinges on basically igniting the enemy that reflects back to yourself from Fulcrum, so the ignite is on you versus the enemy. Now, why does that matter? Why is that important? Well, if my ignite lasts 20 seconds, hypothetically, and I kill the enemy, after 2 seconds, that ignite is gone. But if the ignite goes onto myself, that's basically 20 seconds of juiced righteous fire on myself that does not fall off me, so I'm not wasting the time of that ignite. That's the TLDR of the build. Big ignite in the enemy, triggered from an explosion, that then is placed on you, so when you walk around, you then kill stuff all around you, that causes more explosions, that refreshes your ignite, and the cycle continues. You stay alive through a variety of ways. Number one is with the resistances, thanks to the Chieftain's nonsense from modifiers to res applies to all res, makes you super, super tanky. But the real linchpin is Defiance of Destiny, which I don't have, that keeps you alive. So basically this build doesn't operate without Defiance of Destiny. You could do tier 1 maps, but like you start juicing actual content, he just keels over. Once you have Defiance, though, the build doesn't really die very often. So until I get Defiance of Destiny, this build is in limbo. But once I get Defiance of Destiny, I'm probably going to hop on this build for the rest of the league. So just waiting on Defiance, but once I get that, we're good to go. And he's basically wearing MF gear, plus a Fulcrum, plus a Cloak of Flame. And you want to craft a pretty decent helmet if you can. Mine's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to get a better one, really, for right now. I think we're going to stick with this craft for a while. Realistically, you'd want to use Reservation Essences until you hit, like, Tier 1 rarity. Either Prefix and Suffix, or just one or the other, because I have Fractured Life, which is great. But then you Mastercraft on Jonas is the last thing. But that's like the only rare slot you have is your fucking helmet, so it's got to be quite the banger. Just need Defiance. Once I get Defiance, I'm good to go. But until then, yep, we're in limbo. And finally, Viper Striker, which is my Viper Strike of the Mamba, Mr. Black Mamba himself. This build is so good. It's the best build I've played in a very long time. I'm going to do an actual build guide on it, I think. I'll probably just get to 100 from MFing. And I'm swapping back to my MF. I hopped off my MF tree briefly to test something. We're going to go back to that. I've gotten to level 99. I was at 55% to 100, and I died because I've just been juicing maps so hard, basically because no reason not to, because I want to get as much loot as possible. We've currently seen, I think, 14 T0s, none of which have really been good except for Squire. So we're currently missing all the big ones, but this build is great. It utilizes 2 Rebuke of the Vowels, combining the Tincture for Poisoning to cause all your damage to poison, so all that Lightning, Fire, Cold, Chaos, Fizz, it all poisons, and when you get a Resolute Technique, you don't have to worry about accuracy. And then you basically one-shot everything from Viper Strike of the Mamba, because all it does is it says you can only do 1 poison, and it hits like a truck, and then you get a lot of different versions of low tolerance from a variety of things. Like there's a mastery for it, but low tolerance is when the first hit you do, it does crazy amounts of poison. So you just walk around right tapping things and it just one shots them. This is the build you'll see in the episodes most of the time. So this is not much to talk about with that. You see what it looks like. I right tap, things die. But yeah, I just want to quickly also go over what uniques we're hunting here, because that's kind of also very important for this league. So the main unique I'm trying to get, which I don't think will be, I don't want to say this is like a sentence I'm going to put out there, I'm going to regret it. I don't think it'll be hard to get, because you could just walk in maps and then hunt him, is the Burden of Shadows, the staff from King of the Mist. Unfortunately, the Burden of Shadows, I believe, is either a 1% or a 0.5% drop off of him, so it's going to be not likely I get it, but I'll have many attempts at getting it. But that's the staff off of him. It's quite shit, I think, but there it is. Aside from that, on the way, any amount of that which was taken's are more than welcome. But that's the main thing from the King of the Mist. Now, Affliction League itself, unfortunately, has a couple base uniques that are added to just the Wildwood that can randomly drop. Those are the Trickster's Smile, the Flawed Refugee, and the Name Taker. Now, Flawed Refugee I just got. These have just dropped off of rares randomly. The Trickster's Smile just says it could just drop from enemies in the Wildwood. I don't know if there's anything I could do to get that to happen, whether MFing helps or not. When I'm on the Fulcrum character, he's wearing MF gear, so once we swap to him after Defiance drops, that'll be hopefully obtainable, and same thing with the Name Taker. But this feels, to me, this reeks of base game Expedition uniques, which are the ones that drop from Expedition mobs, Remnant mobs, which are way more rare than the boss ones. So hopefully this is not the case, and hopefully I can get these uniques this league, so I'd love to have them. But yeah, Name Taker, Trickster's Smile from the Wildwood, and then Burden off of the boss. That's Affliction. Okay, so now we're going to quickly show, this is the PoE ladder website, just to showcase what I'm missing. T0s, okay, Calandra's Touch, Rakiatas. Those are the two I'm missing. Every the T0 I have, aside from Squire, I've got multiple copies of each of them. Now, this league, I've gotten multiple Beanos, Bloodseekers, Divinarius, Essentias, Lionize, Morohis, Soul Taker, Squire, Voltaxic. Only thing I haven't gotten a drop is a Reefbane on either belts. Those are the three I have not gotten a drop as far as the big ones that I already have. So, which is unfortunate because the belts you'd like to get. I've gotten, I think, 13 or 14 other ones. Haven't gotten Rakiatas, and I haven't gotten Calandras, both of which I need. Rakiatas is kind of useless in a weird way. It's like cool for two-hand elemental builds like Rage Vortex and maybe Flicker type things, but realistically it's like kind of whatever. It is a really nice weapon. I'd love it. It has art, looks great, want it. And then Calandra's Touch is actually very useful, so I'd like to get that way more because it's way more useful, especially for things like charge stacking, stat stacking, or just great Ventors. So those are the ones I'm doing, and I'm going to go back to just doing full MF again after 2 days off of it. So I've gotten tons of T0s, just not the ones I need. But what I'm missing most, which is going to enable me playing the Fulcrum build, is Defiance of Destiny. Now, Defiance of Destiny is a Tier 1 unique, so it's not a T0, and Tier 1 uniques, I've gotten basically every single one in the game, except for Defiance of Destiny. Now, we do know that there is something interesting about tiers and uniques. They're not like, it's not a T0 equals a T0. There are like minor tiers amongst them, but I should be able to get this, I would say, within a week or so if I'm going back to full-time MFing, because it's like, it's just bound to happen. It has to happen eventually. I've gotten everything else. It is Tier 1 confirmed. Its price point reflects that. That being said, I'm going to use Divines to try to get at least to 34%, and I have to get 20 Catalysts to catalyze the life up to 42 is the top end, so we're going to hope for a perfect one there. And even if I get a perfect there, we kind of want the res to be good, but like that's whatever. Most important thing is this. Now, the way it works is it basically prevents a portion of your missing unreserved life before being hit. You playing a character with Petrified Blood that has a life pool missing or some life pool added there, it just prevents a large amount of damage you take because you're gaining it before the hit is even calculated in a weird way. So it just makes us stay alive on Fulcrum. Very, very good item. That's what I want the most. So we're going to hope to get that. So that's basically the plan. We're going to go back to MFing after I finish these couple grand heists I want to run tonight. And then we're just going to hope to see a pile of Defiance of Destinies and Calandra's Rings and Rakiatas on the ground. So, but we're just going to keep doing our MF Abyss strategy. It's been going really, really well. And I've been, keeping up on all my scarabs here and keeping myself organized, and I haven't done a good transition today. So I've got a good amount of reliquaries, and I'll turn the rest into Abyss. So we're sustaining positively for perpetuity. And I've got a couple, these are just from this week. I've been using like 50 divines, to roll things like Replica Dragonflight to get cool ones I really wanted, like Reap and SRS, Spark, Blade Vortex. So we've got a lot of fun things, and we're going to keep doing fun things. And then, we'll showcase all the fun things we get next week after another full week or two of MFing. But that's basically the episode. We showcased all the clips, we showcased the characters, some of their name origins, who's going where, what's going where, and why, and what our plans are. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. I've been Matt Lighty. I'm going to go back to Magic Finding in Affliction League and having a great time, and you should too. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode or in the live stream. Bye-bye.